Don't miss the action at WTT Star Contender London
2025. Don't miss the action. See you at WTT Star Contender London
2025. Don't miss the action at WTT Star Contender London
2025. Don't miss the action. See you at WTT Star Contender London
2025. Don't miss the action at WTT Star Contender London
2025. Don't miss the action. See you at WTT Star Contender London
2025.
Come on, London!
Let's go, London! The 100 years of table tennis.
Watch the World Team Championships in London,
where table tennis began.
OVO Arena World.
See you in London.
Can't wait to see you in London.
London 2026, back where it all began.
Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Premier Division of the Senior British Clubs Leagues. We're live here from St Matthew's Academy, Saltcoats, North Ayrshire. First match soon to get underway with Brighton's Callum Evans taking on Drumchapel's Jin Liang's son, otherwise known as Ori's son, to his teammates. Callum there just entering the court, players just about to start, so please bear with us till matches get underway. If you were watching yesterday, then you'll have seen what such an electric day of table tennis it was here in the hall. Just going to go through some of the results from round 1. Brighton TTC defeated EBAT, got their campaign and attempt to make it 3 years consecutive champions with a 5-2 win over EBAT. Ormsby made light work of newcomers Ormal, taking a 7-0 victory. Bats and Drumchapel had a closer affair. Bats coming out on top 4-3. Similar scoreline as Fusion defeated North Ayrshire 4-3. Some huge matches in that one. Shaquille Webb-Dixon defeating Martin Johnson 15-13 in the 5th. And in the afternoon session, Bats defeated Fusion, kept their unbeaten record as they romped to a 7-0 victory. North Ayrshire were victorious on home soil as they beat newcomers EBAT 5-2. Ormeau very close against last season's reigning champions, Brighton. Brighton came out in that one 4-3. And finally, the last match on table 4, Ormsby defeated Drumchapel 6-1. So 3 unbeaten teams, a lot left to play for. Brighton, Ormsby and Bats undefeated. Sure, Brighton will be wanting to try and keep that unbeaten streak going. Can they do that in this very first match as Callum Evans takes on Ori's son? Callum Evans in the blue of Brighton. Taking a look at Callum now. Number 2 in the team, ranked behind Igor Zavadsky, who isn't here this weekend due to only one player being available to compete from overseas, and that player is David Anderson for the Brighton team this weekend. Callum Welsh, dummy rated at number 10 in England. The rating and the ranking, the only difference being that the rating shows any foreign players that have affiliation membership to the English list. Last season, Callum only losing 1 match, but only featuring in 6 matches. Callum back playing for Brighton last year, the season before represented Table Tennis Daily. However, no stranger to the Premier Division and no stranger to high-level table tennis. Callum being 8 times senior men's national champion in Wales, also representing Wales at a wealth of international events, including European Championships. Plenty of fixtures coming up over the weekend and over the weekends that are yet to come. This afternoon, we have an exciting matchup coming to you live from Table 1 as North Ayrshire, the hosts, will take on Ormsby. Ormsby still yet to be defeated in the 25-26 season. All 3 players there competing for Ormsby this weekend: Louis Price, David Macbeth and Ben Piggott. I think Macbeth and Piggott still undefeated. Piggott with some good wins yesterday, defeating Paul McCreary. Louis Price actually fell short to Ori's son, who's on your camera right now. Ori was 2-0 down in that one, 5-0 down in the 5th, but managed to fight back. Brilliant effort. The Drumchapel player. And we're ready to get underway. Ori's son off to a flying start as the players tied down for the very first time in this match. Great backhand. Evans off to a quicker start than he was yesterday as he trailed Sammy Kay 2-1 before coming out victorious. Callum doing a lot of coaching in the South Wales region these days, not playing as much. Former professional player out in Eslöv in Sweden. Also trained at Grantham College for a number of years. Ori's son, the current Bucks University's individuals champion in the men's singles, defeating Ben Piggott, also competing here this weekend in the final. Great reloop there from Ori. Ori from China, studying at the University of Nottingham. Nice switch, just slow the play down. Oh, lovely. Fantastic table tennis from Son. Ori definitely up for this one, very focused. Oh, lovely backhand. Bit of a signature shot for Son. If you see that ball popped up to his backhand, expect that ball to be put away straight past you. On table 2, Shaquille Webb-Dixon's raced into an early lead over David Macbeth. Leads 1-0. Alexi Dewan, still unbeaten in England, taking on Victor Gorman on table 3. And Oriel Monzo of Ormau taking on Sammy K of Ebat on table 4. Nice receive. Ori always seems to be looking for that backhand a little bit. I think for Evans maybe coming round the ball on that receive, receiving with his forehand, then he can come round the ball and trap it into that forehand a little bit better and keep going into the Drumchapel player's backhand. Be the best approach to that receiver service. I think if Ori was really clever here, he'd serve with less spin. You don't want to serve with top spin because Evans is strong on the flick and Jin Young Sun wants that ball to pop up. So maybe serving a little less backspin, nice and short, into that middle. There you go. Oh, nice from Callum Evans. Fantastic reloop. Great reach from Callum there. Managing to get that ball, work it on. There's no one home. Vital 9-all service from Evans. I mentioned yesterday when the Brighton team was on the stream, Callum, a super player around the net. Fantastic feel, fantastic short game. Callum's in and manages to win the first set. Let's take a look at that. Magnificent point, Callum Evans. Evans, the higher ranked player of the two. Probably the more experienced player of the two as well. Obviously on paper, Callum expected to win. And with shots like that, I'm sure he's going to give himself the best chance to do so. Ori, as I mentioned, the Bucks individuals champion. Can clearly see what his major danger weapon is, that big backhand, as well as some tricky serves and good control in the rally. I think yesterday, a lot of the time, some of the players that we saw start to struggle as the day went on. The mistakes were coming really early in the rally. Within that first 4 balls, that third ball, fifth ball attack. These players both giving you lots to watch at home, lots of exciting long rallies. Not a lot of mistakes being made in the first couple of balls, which is great for your viewing. As Evans is going to get us off and underway for this second end. It's great play from Evans. Even when that ball is pushed along from Ori's son, he takes that ball off the bounce so early. And the angle of his back means that when he pushes back, it's not quite fully long. And it's certainly not full of backspin. Knowing Callum really well, it's one of his favourite tactics, is to get that touch or that push with less backspin so that when you push back, the ball sits up and he's able to attack. Actually Potentially, if it's possible for Ori to dig out to Evans, you will see he probably doesn't go for that open up. He will just trap that ball back short over the net as best he can. Picks up the half long really well. What's interesting for anyone watching at home, these top level players playing at the Premier Division, they're not just blocking when somebody spins that backhand. Callum obviously made the mistake there, but every single backhand is returned with topspin. That takes away time from your opponent. Makes the ball kick off the bounce. You can also speed that up, slow it down, making sure the player has to adjust, recover, watch the timing on every single ball. Nice. See Callum there. As we watch that point again. You can also speed that up, slow it down, making sure the player has to adjust. Ori manages to get in nice and early. Callum plays that counter and then Ori stays firm. A little bit more of a punchy backhand down the line. Held the block. There it is, signature backhand. The Sun opens up a 2-point lead. Drumchapel bench. Giving lots of support. Maybe a familiar face you might recognise, Martin Perry, Paralympian. Super inspiring table tennis player. Martin may join us for some guest commentary to look forward to as this match goes on. Oh, that's lovely. Inside out forehand from Evans. What was clever on that last ball is, and something I tried to teach to my own players, sometimes when you're re-looping that ball and that ball sits up a little bit higher, it's better to play the ball a little bit later, because obviously when that ball's kicking off, that's where the most spin is. You don't want to take that ball too late. You don't want to take that ball behind you at all. But if you can let some of that spin come off the ball and then drive forward, play a strong re-loop. Again, Sun looking for that switch down the line, whether that be with a kicky backhand or whether that be a block or punch. 3 variations, 3 different spins and speeds, making it difficult for Evans to find his timing. Oh, a weaker ball there from Ori Sun, and that's what I mean from Callum Evans. He's not always going out directly long. A lot of delayed receives. One of the main strong points of the players' games that I noticed yesterday. Huge backhand to backhand exchange, brings up 4 game points for the Drumchapel number 2. Lots of exciting table tennis coming to your screens, not only from the BCL action, but make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on all the highlights from every single match from over the weekend. And if you're a fan of high-level table tennis, super exciting events coming to England as the international calendar ramps up, starting with the WTT Star Contender London, coming to the Copper Box Arena from the 21st of October. Take a look.
Don't miss the action at WTT Star Contender London
2025. Don't miss the action. See you at WTT Star Contender London
2025.
you're wishing to join us for what is set to be an absolute epic event, there you saw the top 5 players in both the men's and the women's singles list. Tomokazu Harimoto, number 1 seed in the men's singles, and his sister, Miwa Harimoto, the number 1 seed in the women's singles. Tickets are on sale now. And final release, after first release general sales selling out, fantastic. It's set to be an electric atmosphere in the copper box. Make sure you head to tabletennisengland.co.uk or check out our social media channels for all updates regarding WTT Star Contender. Back now on table 1 with the live action. The Premier Division, the flagship event of British clubs leagues. The strongest division that we have across all strands of the British clubs leagues divisions. Fantastic this year, record entry of teams at the senior level, not only the senior level but also the junior level, and the women's divisions also staying the same as they were last year, increasing year on year the amount of players playing table tennis. This fantastic sport, brilliant to see. I think Evans needs to continue being positive, looking to switch first. It's almost a match of who's able to switch the other player first, or who is able to stay away from that big backhand of Ori's-son. See, as previously mentioned, Evans not one that really does like to open up on that backhand. Complete opposite to Son. You'll notice the difference in strokes. Ori really drops that back down across his body towards that left hip. Really rotates, lifts up through the legs, drives forward. And I'm playing that spinny backhand. Looking for more brush on the ball. That's a nice switch from Evans. I think that's got to be the tactic for both players. Good table tennis from Callum Evans. Fantastic venue here, St Matthew's Academy, the home ground of North Ayrshire. North Ayrshire hoping they can use home advantage in today's final match on table 1 as they take on the unbeaten Ormsby side. One North Ayrshire player yesterday, probably the win of his career, Martin Johnson defeating Simon Bellick in the 5th set. Martin, a full-time table tennis player in Germany, training and competing full-time out there in Archway, Peterborough in Cambridgeshire, defeating Bellick, the Czech Republic international, senior men's singles silver medalist, former European medalist, multiple occasions. Martin actually defeated Dave Macbeth of Ormsby last season, and we'll be looking forward to that rematch. I'm sure Dave wants his revenge. Macbeth off to winning ways on table 2 as he's just defeated Shaquille Webb-Dixon, Fusion. Right now on table 1, scores 7-5 to the Welshman representing Brighton. Again, a mistake on that backhand receive. Again, Ori looking to push out long. Callum this time electing to push back. And that tactic paid off. As the Welsh senior number 1 leads 8-6 in this pivotal third end. Callum maintaining that 2-point lead. Let us know in the comments, in the chat function, who you think is going to win this one. Will it be Evans or will it be Son to draw first blood in table 1? Match is just swinging in Evans' favour. Evans, the Brighton #1, paid the big bucks to do the job. He brings up 3 game points. Oh, now trying to take Ori's Son into the middle of the table a little bit more. That way, Son has to move over, like I mentioned earlier. He does swing that backhand off the left hip really, really well. However, when you're playing from the middle, obviously you don't have that space to swing that racket. You've got to step across to allow yourself that space. Let's take a look at one of the best points from that last end. Callum positive on the forehand, spraying his opponent backhand and forehand. Plenty of exciting action in the BCL Premier Division this season. Join us as we head to bats. Not just myself, but the teams, the umpires, the players, the fans. Join us from bats at Harlow, 13th, 14th of December. Then we head to Fusion, as the venue and format layout for this season has changed. Now competing at a centralised venue, all teams in one venue. Really positive for the growth of the game. So much amazing talent in one room, competing at the same time. Atmosphere was absolutely bouncing yesterday. When the matches get tight, it's when it matters. Brighton travel everywhere with an army of fans. Fantastic. So many people love table tennis. Brighton travelling from the south coast all the way up here to West Scotland, making that 9-hour journey. Fantastic start from Evans. May see an early timeout called. There we go, early timeout called. As Evans wins that 3rd point with a dominant forehand reloop. As I mentioned earlier, Callum just letting that ball slightly drop a little bit, taking the ball a little bit later. There you go, letting a little bit of that topspin come out of the ball, able to drive forward. Longer stroke for that strong forehand reloop. Bringing up a 3-point lead. Son 3 to the good. Will this timeout prove beneficial? Let's find out as the players return to the action. Corner now for Evans. Great rally. Evans be happy with it. He could put that one away and bring up a 5-1 lead. Stop the ball from Ori. Ori able to win the point. Ori fighting hard to stay in this match. Can't let that scoreline run away. Ori fighting, not going anywhere. Very easy when you're losing sometimes by an easy scoreline that the match can just run away from you. Ori putting up a fight. Oh, Callum just not making enough space around. You notice that only that right leg kind of moved. Left leg was still stuck where it was. Not enough space to rotate through that forehand as he steps around the backhand side. Oh. Callum there letting out a bit of frustration as Ori levels the game at 7-all. Umpire really lenient. Ori looking for that half-round pickup. What Callum does so well, trapping that ball again. Exciting matches going on all around the hall. Two really bright English under-21 talents. Louis Price and Larry Trumpauskas go head-to-head on table 2. Martin Johnson takes on Isaac Kingham on table 3. And Simon Bellick faces youngest player in the hall, Paddy Sheridan, on table 4. Slow ball from Callum. Again, that forehand switch. Oh, Callum be a little bit disappointed with that one. Sat up quite nice after being sprayed around the table. Had an opportunity to step in. Trumpauskas taking the lead on table 2. Oh, fantastic recovery from Callum Evans. Ball just clipping the net. Read the spin super well, kept that ball nice and low. And earns 2 match points. And there it is. Evans wins the match. 3-1, giving Brighton that all-important first point of the match. join us shortly. The second match gets underway. The Drumchapel number one, Danny Bajwa, local lad, takes the table against David Anderson.
Don't miss the action at WTT Star Contender London
2025. Don't miss the action. See you at WTT Star Contender London
2025.
Come on, London!
Let's go, London! The 100 years of table tennis.
Watch the World Team Championships in London.
Where table tennis began.
OVO Arena West.
See you in London.
Can't wait to see you in London.
We're back live. Table one. As players, Danny Bajwa, David Anderson, take to the stage. New game, new start, new day for Danny Bajwa. He wasn't happy with his performance yesterday. Spoke to him last night. Was a little bit disappointed with the way he played and some of his results. Sometimes not always disappointed with the way you play, but disappointed with the results. I think also it goes the other way. Sometimes you're happy with the result, but not always happy with the way you play. Especially these high-level players that train every day. David Anderson, full-time player in Sweden, training out of Eslöv. Anderson, the team's number 3 this season at the moment, currently rated at number 11 on the English rating list. David Anderson actually top performer in last year's season, only losing 1 match all year. Actually lost his very first match of this season to Simon Belik, superb player from Czech Republic. Taking a look at the highest averages from the 24-25 season. Anderson, 15 out of 16 wins, 93.75%. North Ayrshire's Victor Gorman, who you'll watch in action this afternoon when you join us on table 1 versus Ormsby. Ben Piggott also be in action on table 1 this afternoon. Lots of exciting table tennis coming up. But for now, let's join Anderson and Bajwa as they do battle. Danny, another the Drumchapel team, loves a big backhand. David, quite an all-round player. Quite an awkward player as well. Creates a lot of spin as he uses a Stiga cyber shape. A little bit of an irregular grip, as we see quite a lot of Swedish players use, including Truls Morgard, as you may have seen there on David's player spotlight profile. David, a really good friend of Truls and Callum, all trained out together in Eslöv for a number of years. David winning several national titles alongside Truls in the Swedish national championships in the doubles event. Truls Morgard, the world number 3, for those of you that don't know. Just shows the high level and quality in David Anderson's game. It's a nice reloop from Danny Bajwa. A little bit of a softer open up, trying to change that pace. Slow down the ball, adding lots of spin. Oh, a little bit of fortune there from a point that Anderson probably shouldn't be winning. Danny taking that ball nice and early off the table though. Promising from Bajwa. Can't be too disappointed with that one. Rather get the look out of the way now at 3-all, inducing the 5th. Nice reloop from Danny Bajwa on that backhand. Both players hunting that half-on ball, playing that slow spin. Gives that opportunity then to be countered, especially at this level. Such power. Great serve from Bajua. That ball kicking, fizzing out wide into the Swedes' forehand. Now David, when he uses his backhand serve against a right-hander, had quite a lot of success yesterday. Against a left-hander, probably not something they see quite often. Still proving quite difficult. Winning that point outright. Oh. The gods of the net and edges are in Anderson's favour during this first end. I think he's won 5 points. 3 of them have come courtesy of a little bit of fortune. A difficult day yesterday for the Drumchapel side. Falling 3-4 to Bats in the very first game. And then in the last match, losing out to Ormsby 6-1. Ormsby unbeaten, only 3 sides in the division unbeaten. Anderson represents 1, Brighton, Ormsby as I just mentioned, and also Bats. See, to me that's really nice table tennis. Anderson doing everything right, doesn't need to go too fast, doesn't need to go too hard. Builds the point brilliantly, David Anderson. Never in a rush to lose that rally. Makes very little mistakes on them first 4 balls. And he gets his reward. Heavy topspin, aimed at the crossover of Danny Bajua. That crossover point for that left-hander will be on that left pocket, left hip, left elbow. Again, Anderson apologising. Ball just coming off the top edge. What do you expect when you play with a multi-sided racket? Oh, lovely. David just looks like he knows where the ball's going to be. Anderson there, solid in that first end. Managed to get the win. 11-7. See Anderson just apologising for that top edge. This next point, absolutely fantastic play from the former Sweden international. Nothing too flashy, nothing too fast. Gets the job done.
Come on, Bobby. Let's go, Brighton.
Oh, nice from Danny. And they've been happy with that one. And that's the tactic Danny has to employ. Get Anderson wide out into the forehand, then switch him into the backhand. Fantastic rally. As we're coming out on top on that one. As we're off to a fantastic start. And maintain this pressure. Let called. Ball just clips the net and goes on to the other side. And then let will be called and the serve will be replayed. That ball clips the net and goes off the end of the table. Counts as a service fault.
Come on, Bobby. Let's go, Brighton. Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobby. Let's go, Brighton.
Now joined by Shaquille Webb-Dixon, Fusion number 2 this weekend. Shaq, tell us how your weekend's gone. 2 great victories yesterday, a close loss to Alexi Duan. And tell us about that match with David Macbeth.
Oh yeah, so I started a bit slow, and I feel like he's really good. This is David. He's really good at starting, really well from the start. So that was a bit difficult. 2-0 down, I managed to, find some kind of rhythm, win the third set.
Yeah.
And then it came to the fourth. I was leading 3-0, and then I think a little bit just too much quality on his balls. So
Yeah.
fair
And
play
what
to him.
about your matches yesterday? Obviously, 2 wins from 2 against North Ayrshire on home soil, taking out Martin Johnson, Victor Gorman. You always seem to have a classic with Martin Johnson, winning that one in the 5th set. Big celebration at the end.
Yeah, how greedy. Yeah. So yeah, against Martin, it's always in the 5th. I know every time I play him, it's going to be a close game. I think we're very close in level. So yeah, that was a good victory for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's next for Shaq? Who do you take on next? And
we're playing Ormsby at the minute. We're 1-0 down overall score. Larry's currently 2-1 up on Louis Price, and I think it'll be the doubles next. But our doubles have been so great, so I'm not sure how that's going to go.
Well, best of luck, Shaquille. Thanks for a couple of words there, and I'm sure we'll see you in the highlight reel a couple of times over the weekend.
Shout out Clive Carthy. Thank you.
Shaquille Webb-Dixon there, Fusion number 2. Super relaxed player on the table and off the court. As you can tell, shows in his style. Shaquille, you've almost got to win the point 9 times before the point's done. Gets absolutely everything back. Something Danny Basra is employing in this game as he brings up a 10-7 lead. Basra and Anderson have been close in the past. Anderson always seeming to take that win. As Shaquille mentioned, similar on this table. The next match will be the doubles. Doubles super important in the Premier Division. Something you don't see at the Championship, which is the division below. That doubles match can be all important. Yesterday, Drumchapel lost out to Bats 4-3. Had they have won that doubles match, they would have been victorious. Danny pinning David in that forehand. David playing into Danny's hip, taking him away from that comfy backhand block of Danny's. Danny faces the backhand serve once more, only requiring one more point. Nice chop block. Oh, absolutely loaded. Need a crane to lift it almost. Nice and short over the table. Doesn't give you a lot of options other than to push. And if you don't get your bat angle right, you're in trouble. 10-all. As I mentioned earlier, that atmosphere really does kick up a notch when the matches start to get close. Fantastic atmosphere here in the hall. Every player giving their 100%. Basra's in. Oh, makes a mistake. Top edge off that lob ball. As Anderson takes the second game. 12-10. As we take a look at that final point. Strong backhand serve. Danny, one solid block. Then he's in. Just makes the final mistake. Danny Basra, Scotland international. Represented Scotland at the European Championships last season. Taking on the current, at the time, junior European champion, Darius Movalenu. Darius set to compete at the WTT Star Contender in London, as will many of the world's best players. Danny, two-time Scottish men's doubles national champion, senior level. Super achievement to win any national title at any age group, especially at the senior category. Difficult season for Basra last season, only recording 3 wins out of 14 matches, with an England rating of 31. Danny not been on the scene so much the past couple of seasons other than the British League. Still, it's the number 1 player ranked on the Drumchapel squad list. Back now as Anderson looks to secure a second point, team point for the South Coast side, Brighton Table Tennis Club. And he's off to a flying start. Danny with a chop block of his own, not very much spin put in that. Oh, fantastic rally from both players. Anderson coming out on top of that one. Ball really close to Anderson's shirt. Danny was able to get him in the crossover, just not able to force an error on that one. Stayed patient, kept the ball on the table. Won the point. Danny, a quieter personality on the table. Does show his positivity. A little small fist pump there. Just because he's quiet doesn't mean he's not locked in, fighting hard.
Come on, Bobby. Let's go, right, go.
A little bit of luck, David Anderson. I think for any aspiring young players, one thing that you can notice
Come on, David.
at this level, in any of the matches played by any of these high-level table tennis athletes, when they receive serve, that bat is always nice and high, never below the table. And that's so they're able to adapt, step in, play a short ball. Also able to adapt if there is a long serve. The bat's nice and high.
Come on, David.
You'll also notice at a lower level of table tennis, you know, we often get taught that weight transfer comes from the right leg onto the left leg stays in front, which it does. As David's receiving there, you can see. But very often, these players on the receiver serve may come in with that right leg and even spin, top spin off that right leg, picking up that half-long ball. Super important at this level. You want to be on the front foot. You don't want to be stood blocking very long. Timeout called by the Scottish international. On table 2, Larry Trumpauskas has a match point over Louis Price as he leads 2-1. Oh, and he's taking it lovely. Trumpauskas comes out on top in the battle of the under-21s on table 2. The Beast not able to beast his way past Trumpauskas on this occasion. Match score at 1-1 between Fusion and Ormsby. Martin Johnson facing Isaac Kingham. On table 3, Martin in a 2-1 lead, absolutely flying after that impressive result over Simon Bellic. Martin a little bit disappointed with how his day started, losing out to Webb Dixon, who we caught up with a little bit earlier on. Absolutely buzzing with the way the day ended. Hoping to continue that form as he's leading Isaac Kingham. And on table 4, Ebat and Ormau currently 1-1 as they play the doubles match.
Come on, David. Come on. Come on, David. Let's go, right, go. Come on.
Anderson playing that little bit of a flatter backhand. He's got all the shots, David Anderson. He's able to play a little bit of a punchy backhand. He can play the kick off the bounce, big backhand, you name it. Anderson's got it. Makes him an all-round player, super difficult to defeat. Stanley Badger is finding out now. Trailing 2-0, 9-5. Brighton are forced to be reckoned with. Oh!
Let's go, right, go.
When you fly in, you're 9-5 up. It's always nice to play free. Nice and loose. You can pull off shots like that, amazing. Oh, can't be too loose. Got to get the job done. Only 1 point required for Anderson, with 2 serves in hand. We'll see Webb Dixon's combining with Trumpauskas on table 2.
Yes, come on.
And there it is. Anderson fist bumps to the Brighton travelling fans. It gives Brighton the 2 points lead that they much would have taken before this match started. Drumchapel, definitely not an easy side to defeat. Anderson getting Badgerow there out wide. Big fist pump, celebrates. Fantastic win the side. Next on the table, Aaron McKibben for Drumchapel. Aaron McKibben, right-handed attacker, team's number 3. Currently rated at 47 in England. Only signed for Drumchapel last season. Not a bad season. Catching up with Aaron earlier. Mentioned that he actually played really well yesterday. Played really well last season. But sometimes, obviously, at this level, the other players also are a super high-level player. Aaron, a 3-time Paralympic medalist and the current Para Class 8 world-ranked number 1. Aaron, a wealth of experience at the highest level. Aaron's going to be joined by Danny Bajwa to make up the Drumchapel doubles pairing, as we're yet to find out who will take to the table. For Brighton, I can imagine it being Felix Thomas, the man yet to play, and also Callum Evans. Superb in the doubles yesterday as they fought back to defeat Ebat's pairing. Aaron doing some final stretching as he's yet to play on this Sunday morning fixture, round 3 of the 25-26 season. Soon be underway in the first doubles match of the day on table 1.
Come on, Brighton. Come on, Brighton. Come on, Brighton.
Underway in this first end of the doubles match. McKibben and Badger are combined to take on Felix Thomas and Callum Evans.
Come on, Brighton. Come on, Brighton.
A lead for the Scottish outfit in the red shirts from Drumchapel Glasgow. Made a short journey over to North Ayrshire.
Come on, Brighton.
As good as home soil this team, although Aaron, Englishman, Maori, Chinese player, Danny, the only Scotsman representing the team today. Brighton call upon the services, Welshman Callum Evans, David Anderson the Swede, Felix Thomas, the only English player in the Brighton lineup. Felix studying at Sheffield Hallam University, training at the England Training Centre in Sheffield.
Come on, Brighton.
Seven all. The doubles. The umpire has to be stood up so he can see if that ball is kept in the right side to right side.
Come on, Brighton.
We'll see the players serving from that right side of the table into their opposition's right half, making it actually sometimes better to be the receiver in the doubles.
Come on, Brighton.
You see there, I want to take a closer look. Hand signals under the table, displaying what spin is going to be added to the serve. Callum even actually doing hand signals on the receive, whether to try and keep that ball short or go out long, and where to put it. Didn't work on that occasion. Have you enjoyed this weekend's action? Let us know in the comments. Let us know which team you're rooting for and who you think is going to be the champions in the 25-26 season. Will Brighton make it a historic 3 from 3? Will there be a new champion? Bats, Fusion, never won a title, or can Ormsby regain prestigious title? Lots of fixtures coming up this afternoon. Exciting battle between the host North Ayrshire and Ormsby. Ormsby currently unbeaten, but taking on Fusion at the moment, 2-0 down in the doubles. We earlier spoke to Shaquille Webb-Dixon, who said Fusion's downfall this weekend sometimes has been the doubles, but they're flying at the moment, 2-0 up. Trumpauskas and Webb-Dixon against Macbeth and Piggott. Difficult to face the flick of Dave Macbeth in doubles, and he knows where that ball's coming. Superb backhand flick. Elsewhere, in round 4, lots to look forward to. Drumchapel take on Irish side Ormau. Fusion versus Brighton. Fusion definitely have the hardest fixtures this weekend, taking on all 3 of the unbeaten teams. Top 3 in last year's division. Ormsby, Brighton and Bats, and also the host North Ayrshire. Doesn't get much more difficult than that.
Come on, Brighton!
Fantastic shot there. Take a look straight away. Epic point. Nice long rally.
Come on, Brighton! Come on, Brighton!
Table 4 returns back to singles action. As Derek Abrafer of EBAT brings up game points against Paul McCreary. Paul McCreary competed many times the World Championships of ping pong. Played with the sandpaper rackets as opposed to sponge and rubber used by these players. Nice from Danny Bajwa. Keeps that bat nice and high after every shot. After every shot, the players recover, keeping that bat in the recovery position rather. Nice open up from McKibben.
Yes, come on, Brighton!
Created the chance for Bajwa. Callum Evans just did enough to put that ball in Bajwa's crossover point with a little bit of spin. Obviously, Bajwa the left-hander. If you come round that ball, you can kick it inwards. So as that ball bounces, it's fizzing in at your body. Really difficult to manage, especially enough to play a winning shot.
Come on, Brighton!
Just to answer some of the comments. EBAT now trailing 2-1 to Ormau after losing the all-important doubles 3-2. McCreary and Monzo combining to defeat Kay and Bellick. Bellick put Ebert on the board with a victory. Oriel Monzo was unable to do the same for the Irish side. Another comment there about when Ormsby's going to be on table 1. You can watch Ormsby on table 1 this afternoon, 1:30. Ormsby taking on the host North Ayrshire. Yeah, plenty of teams still yet to take on this live table on table 1. Make sure you subscribe to the Table Tennis England YouTube channel to be able to watch all matches back in their entirety, plus plenty of highlights from individual matches, matches of the weekend, best rallies, you name it, we've got it. Only fair that all teams get to take on the live stream. Brighton featuring twice as their current champions of the division. Only right that we kicked off in style and let the champions commence the season yesterday as they took on newcomers Ebert. Drumchapel now take on Brighton and trail 2 to the good. Evans launches the barrier in a hope to rescue the point, and it paid off. To win that second end, give Brighton the 2-0 lead. If Brighton are able to win this one, they'll only require one more match victory to secure the points once again. In the next match, going to see Aaron McKibbin. Aaron, 3-time Paralympic medalist. Taking on the younger Felix Thomas, making his Premier debut, and also his Brighton TTC debut. Felix, a bit of an expert when it comes to doubles. Junior boys doubles national champion. And Bucks University Championships men's gold medalist, along with Ben Piggott, Sheffield Hallam teammate. Ben Piggott representing Ormsby. Ormsby, a team that you're going to be able to watch live this afternoon, as North Ayrshire host Ormsby on table 1. Back to the live action. You may be able to see there in the background Ormsby struggling in this doubles match. Could be a huge win for Fusion. As Shaquille Webb-Dixon mentioned earlier, doubles not a strong point of the Fusion team. Although strange really when other teams such as Brighton, they can't practice the doubles. David Anderson and Felix Thomas, for example, couldn't practice as much as Fusion. Fusion, all 4 players, homegrown talents. Brighton calling upon the services of overseas Swedish star David Anderson. Nice half-long pick-up from McKibbin. Sets up the rally well. Huge rally. Great table tennis play. Let called on the first serve. Badger started it off. Aaron McKibbin with that half-long pick-up. This is a nice shot from Callum Evans as he fades across the ball, but McKibbin steps onto the ball, goes forward. Able to win the point for the Scottish team. Drumchapel chasing down their first points for the 25-26 season. Brighton looking to make it 3 wins from 3. Oh, lovely ball from Aaron McKibbin. World number 1 for a reason at Para Class 8 level. Drumchapel chasing down their first points for the 25-26 season. Superb backhand off the bounce. Great timing. As that ball's coming up, highest point, goes forward, puts that ball away. All to play for still in this game. As we saw yesterday, Brighton trailed 2-0 to Bellick and Abrafa before mounting a comeback. Positive comments from Callum Evans. Crediting the spin, Felix Thomas used in the ball there.
Double break up.
Drumchapel outfit fighting all the way in this one. Super important match, as is every fixture at this level.
Double break up.
Brighton regain their lead, only by 1 point, being pushed all the way by the Drumchapel lads.
Double break up.
Evans forces Brighton's first opportunity to take this match with 4 match points available. How many will the Brighton team need? Just the 1. Job done. The boys in blue.
Double break up.
Let's not show the match, man. Difficult match, blah blah blah. What, the doubles or the singles? Both. Joined now by Drumchapel's number 1, Danny Bajwa. Danny, difficult match there in the doubles. Obviously, difficult match in the singles. You had your chances in the singles. Tell us how those matches went this morning.
Yeah, with the singles, I actually thought my game plan was quite good. Just the luck didn't go my way, and then near the end of the set, I just couldn't close out, and especially in the second set. I take that second set, different game. With the doubles, it was really tight till about halfway through each set, and then they just pulled away. They were getting me short forehand a lot, and I just couldn't handle it, to be honest.
Yeah, obviously difficult taking on two-time reigning champions Brighton. Obviously, you knew this was going to be a difficult match coming into it. What's your expectations for the season as a team? Obviously, last season, finishing bottom of the table. What's on the horizon for Drumchapel?
Yeah, so obviously it's been a tricky start, so I think right now the aim is just to survive, but we'll see what happens over the next couple of weekends and see who plays for us.
Brilliant, Danny. Best of luck. Best of luck with the rest of your matches.
Come on, Brighton!
Felix Thomas, representing Brighton. Aaron McKibben in the red of Drumchapel.
Come on, Brighton! Come on!
Thomas flying into a 5-3 lead over the Para Class 8 world number 1, Aaron McKibbin. Felix's first season at this level, as we quickly look his play profile. The England number 23, former junior boys doubles champion. Fusion leading Ormsby on table 2. Not sure that's a position Fusion may have thought they'd be in early this morning after a disappointing result yesterday against Bats. However, Ben Piggott looks on course to level that one up as he leads 2-0 against Fusion's Joshua Bruce. Solid play there by McKibbin. Huge news. England set to host the World Team Table Tennis Championships in 2026. Wembley Arena, the 100th year of table tennis. As table tennis comes home, back to where it all began.
Come on, London!
Let's go, London! The 100 years of table tennis.
Watch the World Team Championships in London,
Where table tennis began.
OVO Arena World.
See you in London.
Can't wait to see you in London.
London 2026, back where it all began.
Come on, London!
Let's go, London! The 100 years of table tennis.
watch the World Team Championships in London,
Where table tennis began.
OVO Arena World.
See you in London.
Can't wait to see you in London.
London 2026, back where it all began.
The players can't wait to see you in London. Alexei Lebrun, that's such there, telling you there's only one place to be next year as the World Team Championships comes to London. The players can't wait to see you, and neither can we. Register your interest now at tabletennisengland.co.uk. Two fabulous, almost identical points there from Felix Thomas. Forehand after forehand. There's one. Found success at the first time of asking, so why not use it again? Don't fix it if it isn't broken. Almost a carbon copy. Thomas, the left-hander. Difficult, tricky serves. That's why Aaron stands more over to the middle of the table, as he expects that ball, if Felix had side spin, to spin out wide to the forehand side. Ready position often is just over that white line towards the backhand. However, right now, his right leg is across onto that forehand side of the table, as you can see, because just like that, Felix is aiming to get that ball wide into the forehand with a serve. Been asked in the comments what's the match score. of Fusion, we may as well give you a score update around the hall. Currently Brighton on table 1, taking on Drumchapel, leading 3-0. That score you can see displayed on the score banner in the left corner. On table 2, Larry Trumpauskas is now about to face David Macbeth. Student versus the master almost. Dave, England international for many years. Larry, very much a forefront of the junior stage. The match score currently 2-2 between Ormsby and Fusion. Larry Trumpauskas beating Price, and the Fusion pair taking the doubles. Piggott and Macbeth firing Ormsby. Bats are beating North Ayrshire 2-1. And right now on table 4, Oriel Monzo trails Simon Bellick as Ebat look to get it back into that match in which they trail 2-1. Any questions? Any updates required? Please give us a message down below. Also really interested to know who you think is going to be crowned champions at the end of this season, on the final weekend of action in Ormsby in April. We'll be live from every weekend of the BCL Premier 25-26 season. Nice ball again from Felix, exploiting that forehand down the line, utilising the angles that he's able to make, being left-handed. Oh, Aaron with a forehand down the line of his own. Desperate to be on the highlight reel, I think, these two players. Looking at the last two forehands. Nice short play. Once Felix is in, spinning up to Aaron's forehand. Wasn't able to be aggressive enough. Popping that ball up a little bit high. Felix can put that away.
Come on, Billy.
And there it is. Felix Tomics takes that end and leads 2-0. I'm joined now by one of the travelling Brighton fans. Luke, tell us how far you've travelled just to come and watch your team play this weekend.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it was an absolute nightmare to get up here because, well, A, the weather was absolutely horrendous. The trains were getting cancelled left and right, like delays, but luckily we got here. And at the moment, it's been worth seeing our team win.
Brilliant. It's amazing how far you travel and how passionate you are to come and support Brighton. What does it mean for you, obviously, a Brighton local, Brighton Table Tennis Club member? What does it mean to you to see your team do so well and be crowned champions twice?
Oh, it means so much because the passion here is just amazing. Like, we've got so many good supporters. Like, we've got Alban and Harvey here with me, and they are just amazing supporters to our team. Just in general, the club is a great community.
Fabulous. And who's your favourite player? Who's your favourite player to watch from Brighton? So you can have your biased answer. And then who's your favourite player in the hall, especially this season?
Well, as a defender, I have to say Igor because he's got the same style as me. I like to watch defenders. It's absolutely brilliant. I think it's really satisfying. The favourite player in the hall, probably is David Macbeth, I have to say. He's got so much feeling and got so much. He's a very strong player.
Yeah. Super excited to see Macbeth take on the likes of Bellick, Duan, any of the foreign players that sign on later in the season. Hearing some rumours going around the hall. Super exciting. Thanks, Luke.
Cheers.
Absolutely amazing dedication by not only the players to get here through that treacherous weather, but also travelling fans coming all the way from Brighton Table Tennis Club on the south coast, travelling over 9 hours almost with cancellations, delays, just to get here to support their team. And what a reward. Brighton TTC, 2 from 2, 3-0 up, 2-0 up in this end. Can Felix Thomas secure the points? Make sure Brighton remain undefeated. Oh, fabulous rally. Aaron McKibben throwing everything he has at Felix Thomas. Can Felix Thomas secure the points? Thomas able to combat that anything you can do, I can do better mentality to win the point. Oh, fabulous rally. Table 1. Aaron trains in Sheffield, as does Felix, at the Para Centre in Sheffield. Felix also training at the England Training Centre. Brilliant to see the GB Para set up, and also the England performance team now training in Sheffield. The EIS, English Institute of Sport, centralised training venue for both of the elite squads. Fabulous for the development of English table tennis, and that's showing. Winning medals, titles on the WTT stage. Wales' Anna Hersey. No stranger to a WTT title, Liam Pitchford. Successful at the WTT feeder in Manchester. Especially on the youth level. Connor Green, Max Radovan, Rohan Dani, Dimitar Dimitrov. A number of under-11 WTT titles last season. All training with these two excellent players that you watch on Table 1 now. Players all bringing on each other's level. It's fabulous. On the topic of WTTs, London set to host first ever WTT star contender in the UK. Set to be an amazing event. Players including Shin Bin, South Korea. Recently defeated the world number 4 Kawhi Man at the Grand Smash in China this week. Anders Lind, Dmitry Ovcharov, Cho Dang of Germany as well. Darko Jorgic, Linwin Ryu, and the number 1 seed, Tomokazu Harimoto. Super exciting men's players. Bernadette Such, European number 1 in the female game. And the number 1 seed, Miwa Harimoto, the world number 6. Join us in London. Check out tickets on Ticketmaster, or head over to tabletennisengland.co.uk, or check out our social media channels to make sure you can find the latest. Thomas into the lead, 8-7. This win for Felix Thomas could ensure that Brighton remain undefeated. Aaron McKibben still working hard. Difficult one there, let the ball drop too low. Felix really trying to make Aaron move into that wide forehand. That's the target area. The majority of Thomas's forehands. Table 2. Larry Trumpauskas takes on David Macbeth in the battle of the number 1s. Macbeth leads 1 game to love, however, Trumpauskas holds a 5-2 lead. Not for long as Macbeth makes it 5-3. Fabulous inside-out forehand. Phillips Thomas, 2 match points. Great rally. And there it is. That's the game for Brighton. Brighton now into a 4-0 lead, which means they've secured the 2 points. Drumchapel Glasgow, again, find themselves in a losing position. Yet to get on the board, start their season. Not through hard fighting. Brighton, just a bit too strong on the day. Let's take a look at that match point one last time. Ahead of the next match, Bajwa returns to the table. He'll face Callum Evans. Bajwa's been victorious before in that one. Will Drumchapel get on the scoreboard? Stick around to find out. Back now on table one. That's the Welsh Dragon. Callum Evans returns for Brighton. And he will take on Danny Bajwa for Drumchapel. Callum Evans off to a flying start. This match set to be a close one, I think. Lovely table tennis there from Danny. Short to short. Danny in with a flick. Evans still in control of this first game. Leading 8-6. Some exciting matches around the hall. Paul McCreeve takes on Sammy Kay as Ormo look to get their first victory of the campaign. They're leading 3-2 in that one. McCreary needs to win this game for the points to go in the favour of Ormo. Bats lead North Ayrshire 2-0. Isaac Kingham overcoming Martin Johnson. Alexi Dewan remains undefeated. Fabulous point there from Callum Evans. In the favour of Ormo. Bats lead North. As he now brings up 3 game points. Again, a great point for Callum. Let's take a look back at that epic point that brought up those game points. In the favour of Ormo. Lead North Ayrshire 2-0. Danny Bajwa, Drumchapel number 1. Caught up with Danny earlier. If you were lucky enough to catch that interview. Danny, a difficult season last year. Mentioned again off to a difficult start. However, the Drumchapel Glasgow outfit will keep fighting. The aim is to make sure they stay in the division this season. Danny very open with saying that from the off. Danny's now facing Callum Evans, who leads in this fixture. Callum, the 8-time Welsh Senior Men's National Champion. Played at the highest level, training in Eslov for a number of years, Grantham College for a number of years, Archway Peterborough, a true professional. Callum now, Table Tennis Wales' Southwest Regional Development Officer. Great to see Callum still being involved in the sport, developing the next generation. Danny, a former full-time player in Germany. Whoa. Danny Bajwa. It's unbelievable table tennis. Exploiting that wide forehand. Danny left-handed, able to get that ball kicking out wide. Done it again. Bajwa's on fire. David Macbeth 6-5 up in the fourth end against Larry Trumpauskas. Larry leading 2-1. Fusion pushing Hornsby all the way on table 2. Let us know who you think is going to win that one. Will it be Trumpauskas? Will it be Macbeth? First time really hearing Macbeth start to show some positive showing after he wins a point, releasing all that positive energy, showing Larry is here for the fight. Right now on table 1, it's Bajwa against Evans. Great forehand from Callum Evans, super powerful. Again, for anyone watching at home who's looking to learn, be inspired by these amazing table tennis athletes, just look how all players at this level move forward onto that ball when they play the forehand. That weight transfer really comes from right to left, almost stepping into the forehand, opening up the hip, rotating the waist, and then adding the finishing touches in the arm. That power comes from the ground upwards. Interesting match on table 2, Macbeth versus Trumpauskas in the 5th set. Amazing from Callum Evans. Game to Bajwa. Evans under pressure from Danny Bajwa here. The young Scotsman. Flying Scotsman in that last set. Really pinpointing the wide forehand of Callum Evans. As you can see there, superb shot. Callum Evans acknowledges just how good that backhand cross court was. As you can see, the hall's absolutely electric. 8 teams, 1 venue. Amazing venue here in North Ayrshire. Run by Billy Main and Chris Main. The club that's produced so much homegrown talent. On display by having Martin Johnson leading the team from his boyhood club. North Ayrshire, you can watch on table 1 this afternoon from 1:30. North Ayrshire take on Ormsby. Ormsby currently in action on table 2 against Fusion. As Larry Trumpauskas looks to topple David Macbeth, the mighty Macbeth. One of the highest ranked players in the hall, the most experienced players in the hall. Apologies there. Any language may have been picked up there from Callum Evans. Getting quite frustrated visibly by Danny exploiting that wide forehand. Just far enough away from the umpire. Oh. Show the umpire They're giving Callum a yellow card for that one. I feel like it may only get worse as Danny Badger keeps up that pressure. Or can Evans do enough to turn it around and fight back? There he is again. On table 2, Trumpauskas, 6-2 lead. Evans notably struggling now. Danny Badger really keeps up and ramps up that pressure. Oh, Callum, not a lot to lose. Goes straight into that wide forehand off the bounce. Amazing backhand. Just shows the talent, skill of these players at this level. Callum competed in multiple foreign leagues, Sweden, Belgium, several years. Speaking to Alexis Douan yesterday of BAT, he actually plays in 5 leagues in one season. Plays in Belgium, France, Germany, England. Life of a professional table tennis player. Very busy schedule, lots of hotel rooms. Trumpauskas defeated yesterday by Isaac Kingham and Alexis Douan. Looks like he could be causing an upset of his own as he leads 7-5 against Macbeth on table 2. Here on table 1, Danny Badger, flying Scotsman, absolutely flying through his third end. Evans looks as if he's given up. His third end will refocus for the 4th game. Let's just take a look at that insane backhand from Callum Evans, really relaxed. Obviously 6 to the good, visibly frustrated. Whole team giving Danny support there in the corner as we rejoin the live action on table 1. Evans just having a minute to himself to regain his composure. Something we're seeing on table 2, similar as Trumpauskas led Dave Macbeth. Now 8-7 down in the 5th and final game. A crucial game, not only for these 2 individuals, but as a team, with the score locked at 2-2 on table 2. Callum Evans looking to fight his way back into this game as he trails 2-1.
Come on, Kalu. Come on, Kalu. Come on, Kalu. Come on. Come on, Kalu.
An epic end to the match on table 2. Macbeth coming out on top, 14-12 in the 5th. Huge victory for the Ormsby team as they now lead 3-2 over Fusion. Great performance from Trumpauskas. One I'm sure he'll be disappointed with the result after having 2 match points. Timeout call on table 1. Andy Batchel leads 8-7 in the 4th end. Let's take a look at this insane point from Callum Evans. Once again, see you later. As good as you like. Here we go. Back on table 1. Basra leads 8-7. A big point for Basra. You feel equally just as big for Evans. Nine-7 lead. The Scotsman. Oh, nice, Danny. Where you going, Callum? Don't step round until you've seen where the ball's been played to. Guessing leaves yourself open, especially with that lefty getting the wide angle. And there's the match. Callum Evans moves out to Danny Basra. 3-1. Fantastic result for Danny there. Let's take a look at some of the upcoming fixtures in round 4 before we take a short break before the next match gets underway. Round 4, North Ayrshire versus Ormsby on table 1. You can tune in from 1:30. Stay where you are. Make sure you subscribe to Table Tennis England to watch all of these exciting matches. 16 matches for you to watch over the course of the week. Definitely every single match worth watching, worth its weight in gold. Noticeable matches this afternoon. Bats versus E-Bats, similar names, two epic players. Going to go head to head. Simon Bellic, Alexei Douan. I'm excited to be joined by Danny Basra. Danny, you just spoke to us earlier on today, told us you're not playing so great. Look like a different player.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Every time I played Calm, I've never won a set. Lost 3-0 every time. So I think just getting that first set just gave me a bit of confidence. And yeah, tactics were perfect, I think.
What I was just about to mention, what do you think your tactics was there? For me, that's watching here, looked like to get him into that wide forehand really worked really well. Obviously, left-handed player, getting that ball kicking out wide.
Yeah, I think Callum gets a lot of balls back, so it was key for me after my first spin up to just try and stay at the table. And yeah, he didn't like the slow spin ups, and when I was flicking as well, just all about confidence in them kind of games when you're playing a big player. Yeah. So happy days.
Obviously, we see a lot of times, especially at this level, when you watch players like Ralph Patterson and you know the foreign players like Simon Bellic and Alexei Douan that are absolutely blasting the ball. But you mentioned there the slow spins. How important is that variation?
Yeah, I think, well, for me particularly, I can't really hit the ball as hard as them all the time. So just to give something different makes it quite dirty compared to everyone else. So yeah.
100%. What does it mean to get Drumchapel on the board in this one?
Yeah, I know we've lost already, but it was good, and I won my first singles, so happy days.
Brilliant, Danny. Congratulations. Best of luck. Next up, Felix Thomas, making his Brighton TTC debut this weekend. Felix Thomas taking on the impressive Ori Sun. Battle of the university players, both met before. Felix representing Sheffield Hallam, Ori's son, University of Nottingham. Felix, England ranked 23 at the moment, number 4 in the team. Looking to continue the momentum for Brighton, who lead 4-1 in this match. I think in this match, we may see similar tactics employed from Felix Thomas to go down the line a lot on that forehand, as what he used against Aaron McKibben. You may also see Ori's son backhand proving really beneficial in this one if he can get it going wide into that forehand of Felix Thomas. Ori's son leading 4-3 in this game. There it is, he's looking for that big backhand across. I think when it lands, it's going to be a dangerous weapon. However, unsuccessful on that occasion. In table 2, Ben Piggott leads Shaquille Webb-Dixon 1-0. Felix now 7-6 up.
Come on, baby, come on.
7-all. Great table tennis from Felix Thomas. Fabulous control there. Ball sits up and Thomas puts it away. He's chasing his first end. Huge point on table 1. Felix Thomas racks up 3 game points. Brighton TTC number 5. It's on form this weekend. Number service error from Rory's son. Gives Thomas the first game. Crucial point at 8-7. Won by Thomas. Felix a little bit out of position on that last ball as Rory's son moved him across. Just too big there. Did he really need to go for that one? Looks fabulous when it goes on the table, but fabulous rally on table 2. Shaquille Webb-Dixon just gets everything back. I don't know how he does it. Ben Piggott matching that, keeping the pressure on Shaquille. Huge matches going on table 2 because David Macbeth in the last match defeated Larry Trumpauskas 14-12 in the 5th. Both players sharing the match points. But that match gave Ormsby a 3-2 lead, which is huge in the hunt for the Premier title. Ormsby, Brighton, Bats, all undefeated. Bats remain undefeated in round 3 as they currently lead 4-1. So it really is crucial that Ormsby can keep up with Brighton.
Come on, come on. Yeah! Come on, Felix!
Huge show from Felix. Big support from the Brighton bench as he pulls ahead. 2 points lead. Felix, quite a wide stance. Picks up that backhand serve, that backhand receive. Spins on, enough to win the point. Fantastic table tennis there on table 2.
Come on, Felix!
4 game points for the Brighton man. Can he race into a 2-0 lead? You just see that spin on the ball.
Come on, Felix!
Felix does the job. Back with the live action. Felix Thomas looking to do a demolition job almost on all his son of Drumchapel Glasgow. Fabulous performance from the Brighton TTC player.
Come on, Felix!
Amazing rally on table 2. There's no way Shaquille can win this point. He's not even in screen. Can tell you now, if Shaquille just keeps going back lobbing, Ben Piggott will sail to a 3-1 victory. Some huge matches coming up this afternoon. Live on table 1, we have Ormsby versus North Ayrshire. The unbeaten Ormsby take on the host North Ayrshire. North Ayrshire mixed weekend, 1 win, 1 loss.
Yeah! Come on, Felix!
Losing out to Fusion 4-3, but overcoming EBAT 5-2. Every match means so much to these players. As you can see around the hall, team support is a must. Fighting on the table. is non-negotiable. Felix now racing into a 5-love lead. Stay tuned for all the action. Make sure you subscribe to Table Tennis England on YouTube and check out our social media channels. Lots of live updates going out from the other tables in the hall. Some fantastic points, highlights, fixtures, schedule, and much, much more across our 2 channels, Table Tennis England and our dedicated British Clubs Leagues channel, where you can find all your BCL needs. You can also find information on important upcoming events, such as WTT Star Contender London. Get your tickets today to watch the best in the world. Come to the Copper Box. Oh, 2 nice forehands into the Sun forehand. Super excited to announce England will also host the 100th World Championships of Table Tennis. Table tennis will return to its birthplace in England, hosted at Wembley, OVO Arena Wembley. In 2026, you can register your interest for tickets now, so you're first in the queue, making sure you've secured your seats. That event is set to be super, super busy. I would recommend making sure you get your tickets as soon as possible. Make sure you subscribe to all news from Table Tennis England, and that way you never miss out again. Members of Table Tennis England and home countries will receive a priority ticket window. Amazing opportunity to make sure you are first through the door. Come the World Team Championships in London. Best in the world, China, Japan, best in Europe, Sweden, Germany, and of course, England competing on home soil. Lots going on, lots of table tennis, the sport's growing. We're super excited to bring you the live action from North Ayrshire this weekend as the British Clubs League season gets underway. Premier Division, flagship division of club table tennis in this country. Felix away from the table.
Come on.
Now 6 match points. Felix dismantling Orison. The match will be happy with the result. Felix Thomas gets the job done. Gives Brighton a 5-1 lead. With 1 match remaining, and that match is Aaron McKibben versus David Anderson. And that's coming up for you shortly. In the meantime, just been talking about the World Team Table Tennis Championships. So it's only right that we take a look.
Come on, London.
Let's go, London! The 100 years of table tennis.
Watch the World Team Championships in London.
Where table tennis begin.
OVO Arena Wembley.
See you in London.
Can't wait to see you in London.
London 2026, back where it all began.
on the last match, this epic fixture between Drumchapel Glasgow and Brighton TTC. Aaron McKibben, the Para Class 8 world number 1, takes on David Anderson, the overseas player, playing for Brighton this weekend. David, a former Swedish national champion in junior doubles, along with his partner. Some of you might know him. He's half decent at table tennis. Jules Morgard, world number 3. Anderson, a very tricky character. Reverse serve, backhand serve. Quite the complete all-round player. Aaron McKibben, fantastic backhand. Super talented player. 3-time Paralympic medalist. David racking up 5 game points. He's able to close out that first game. It's Aaron McKibben. David Anderson, very well known in the division now. Competed in England for the last 3 seasons. Always for Brighton. David, a 2-time Premier title winner with Brighton, helping them secure their first ever Premier crown. He's currently rated at 11, just outside the top 10. Difference between rating and ranking is that rating covers all foreign players with an English membership who compete in England. And last season, David was the highest average player in the division. Here we just take a look. David Anderson, 93.75%. Only losing 1 match all season. Victor Gorman dropping 2. The only 2 players above 90%. Victor in action this afternoon on the live table, competing for North Ayrshire once again on home soil. Both players Swedish. Both players very different style actually. I think that comes down to a little bit to the grip of the players. You'll see Anderson uses a little bit of a different grip, quite similar to that of the one and only Jules Morgard, playing with that Stiga cyber-shaped blade. That's lovely table tennis. Making Aaron move to that wide forehand. He's not able to cover his backhand in time as he goes down the line.
Come on, David. Let's go,
Aaron trying to break that ball in half for that last backhand reloop. David electing to go for the slow spin, as Danny mentioned earlier in his interview. Super tactic, slow the pace down, variation, spinning speed. Anderson racing towards a 2-0 lead. Now got 3 game points. Anderson there sees out that second end. If you look back at one of the best points in the second game. Back now with the live action. Players back at the table ready to get underway in game 3. Anderson first on the board with a killer forehand. Anderson, top player, as shown by last year's averages. Only losing 1 match all season. Players don't come much more experienced than David Anderson, especially for his age and at this level. A wealth of experience. McKibben certainly fighting, trying to fight his way back into this one. But clever from Anderson. Seems that he's pinning him on the backhand, whether that's 1, 2, 3 balls, and then switching into that forehand really quickly. Seems to be the tactic, and it is working. Brighton on their way to a decisive 6-1 win. Nice ball there. Anderson 2 points away from closing out this last match on table 1 this afternoon. Join us from 1:30 as the home team, North Ayrshire, will take on the unbeaten Ormsby. Ormsby remain unbeaten as they lead Fusion 4-2 on table 2, which you may be able to see in the background. A match that could have gone either way. Larry Trumpauskas having match points on David Macbeth. Macbeth closing out the match. Ben Piggott defeating Shaquille Webb-Dixon. Anderson driving that forehand into McKibben's forehand. And now has 3 match points. Clever play from McKibben there. It's not over just yet. I'm sure Aaron would love to get on the board with an end. Anything can happen there. But there it is. Anderson wins the match and secures the 2 points. Makes them locked in for the Brighton team. Before you leave us, let's just take a look at this afternoon's fixture. Super exciting. Ormsby taking on North Ayrshire. Join us from 1:30 live on table 1. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure you don't miss highlights, full matches of any of the matches this weekend, or will be available to watch on the Table Tennis England YouTube channel. And whilst we've got you, WTT Star Contender London, the best players in the world, come to London on the 21st of October, competing for that Star Contender crown, the first of its kind to be held in London. Until then, until 1:30, see you later.
Don't miss the action at WTT Star Contender London
2025.
Don't miss the action.
See you at WTT Star Contender London
2025.